Welcome to Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Titletown, some call it, a moniker that many claim, but this city lives thanks to the Alabama Crimson Tide. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see the number 5 team in the country, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on the 15th ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Alabama about to kick off to get things started. He's going to try his luck from the end zone. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. This crowd trying to show them what it's going to be like all day in this house. He leaves it with his back. Oh, gave the defender the business. Makes the stop at the 29-yard line, but not before he gets 15 on that play.
This running back in the Miami backfield is deadly because of his speed. He's so elusive. You get the feeling like he could score any single time he has the ball. He gives the offense a lot of balance, but he gives them that home run ability too.
Comes out throwing on first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Martinez. They make the stop after the catch and still some work to do to pick up that first down. And the Canes are in the hurry-up. He's going to pass on second down. That's caught. It's Martinez. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
Well, you've seen the last 2 plays now. This guy's versatility, and you've seen why he might be playing on Sundays in the not-too-distant future. This guy can catch the ball. He's a big part of their passing game, and he's a weapon, and a guy this defense has got to be ready for.
Martinez on the carry. Some really tough running there gets him to the 45-yard line.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. The give to the back. The Hurricanes get it past the sticks.
And this is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
It's a 1st and 10 from the 42-yard line. To the air, it's Ward. He makes the connection.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Now on 2nd and short after the first down completion. He's looking to throw. A shot toward the end zone. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back.
I think the QB wants that one back. You know, you're down here in the red zone, tighter areas, hard enough to fit it in, but definitely not wanting to fit it in against double coverage, and he misses, and probably a good miss, because that could have been worse.
The 7th play of this opening drive, they'll need to move the chains on 3rd and short. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Got it in the middle, it's Restrepo. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on 3rd down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
unloads to the wideout. Right on the money to the outside. He dragged the toe, and how about the ball placement? Only the receiver could get it.
When you're going to run a comeback route, you've got to sell like you're going deep, and that was a great job there by the receiver, really making that corner think he was running deep down the field. So he got the corner to turn his hips, turn his shoulders, and then the receiver was able to just pivot around and make it an easy passing catch.
Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Might as well stick with him. Here it is trying to bash it forward. He got a couple. It's down at the 11. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Looking for a man. It's Ward. Snags it over the middle. And he's going to be just short of the first down. It's going to bring up a decision for this coach. This offense wants to establish an aggressive identity. They'll go for it on fourth down. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down.
Hey, you come out early in the game, you're trying to send a message to your team that you're confident, you believe in them to convert these fourth downs. You didn't get that one, but don't let it be a detriment moving forward. If you want to stay aggressive, be that way throughout the course of the game.
Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. First down here for the offense. They're not afraid to let one fly from back here. Trying to escape and get it himself. He was able to squirt free and pick up just a few on that one.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Here comes the offense on second down. Miller with the ball. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. From the gun, the running back looking for room. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. So we're scoreless, their first drive of the game, and this coach is wasting no time taking a gamble by going for it on fourth down in his own territory. A quick tackle made, but he's got ready for the first down. New set of downs after that completion. Looking to throw, it's Milroe. Good timing on the quick out. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. Alabama pushing the tempo. On second down, he'll let it fly. He's going to run it. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
I love the play call there, too, because second and short, defense is thinking you might run it. So you try to catch him off guard with the pass. Nothing there. Even if you throw an incompletion, you're going to have a chance to run it the very next play, but it doesn't matter. This guy's just so athletic himself. He's able to go get the first. Let's get a fresh set of downs.
And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
Oh, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
Quick touch pass to the receiver. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Really good job by the defense, seeing it and going and getting it. Nice job understanding the touch pass. It could happen. Those guys go in motion, man. I got to understand, safety's got to see that, start flying down, getting ready to play that. Nice job by the defense being ready for that play.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. Pressure coming. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And 3rd and long, everybody is pinning their ears back and coming after the quarterback. You try to throw screens behind those. Sometimes they're very successful, but this time, defense played it great, and the play went nowhere.
On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. And they gambled in their own end, turn it over on downs, and now the other offense is set up.
And this offense choose to be aggressive. Listen, once you start getting to midfield, you see most offenses be aggressive, and they took their chance, and they failed. Now, early in the game, a chance to create momentum to swing back to the other side of the football field.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He's run out of bounds, but not before, turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Quarterbacks need time when they're in the pocket to complete throws. That QB had no shot after taking that hit.
Looking to throw, it's Ward. Looking to the big tight end. And it's picked off. He can be dangerous with the ball in his hands, but no room to return that pick, and they'll go on offense from the 21.
And that's why as quarterbacks, you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching it. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it up.
Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. Three tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. The give is to Miller. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, good call by the defense there. They dialed up blitz into that running play, and the linebacker able to make the stop.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Snares it outside. It's Williams. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. Caught over the middle. It's Henderson. The Tide will get the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give out of the gun. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a 1st down. The clock is not their friend. Got to get everybody to the line quickly. They're getting this guy lathered up. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a 1st down at the 44. Tempo in overdrive. To the air. It's Milroe. Going to try to get it himself.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. In that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Quick strike complete. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the 1st down. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. The Tide with the 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. He'll pull it down. They'll force him out of bounds after a solid pickup on the play. Alabama quickly back to the line. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. Firing to the right, complete. He'll get it all the way down to the 8-yard line, and the defense is feeling the heat. On 1st and goal, let's see if Alabama can get it in the end zone. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown time!
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution of the drive by that offense.
So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. He'll bring it out. It's Johnson. They bring him down, but not before a really good return sets up this offense in solid field position. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this route.
Dropping back, it's Ward. Feeling some, lets it fly. And that one's too high, out of bounds, incomplete.
Well, even though that pass was incomplete, I wouldn't be shocked if this defense in the second half decides to play some deeper coverages. This offense has already shown they're willing to be aggressive, and they've got a lot of speed. Moving forward, this defense cannot afford to give up big plays in the passing game.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
And I like the aggressiveness on 3rd and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's 4th and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
In their own territory, no problem. 4th and inches, and they'll go for it. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Finds his tight end. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the 1st down there.
Yeah, and you've got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is too. Where is he trying to get? That ball's going to come out quick. He didn't really understand where the sticks were, and because of that, he gives up the 1st down. He need to just be a little bit more aware as a defensive guy.
Going up top on 1st down. He'll pull it down and run. And a nice pickup on the run and gets down to avoid contact.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You can get the ball out. But when things break down and they get off schedule, you've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
Looking to pass. It's Ward. He looks that one in nicely. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. And here on 2nd down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. Never a doubt for this big-footed guy. 49-yard field goal is good. That's going to do it here in the 1st half. Everybody stick with us. We'll head to halftime. And the Canes will boot it away to start the 2nd half. Fielded in the end zone, it's Henderson. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. offense rolls onto the field. And in a low-scoring game like this one, David, every possession is magnified.
And I think more than anything, it just gets frustrating. And you got to put that behind you.
Oh, look out! He's at the 40. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Bama! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Man, this guy is such a weapon because he's so dangerous if he gets into the second level. Great vision, and then David shows you the speed.
Just straight wheels, erasing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him, I got him. No, I do not. What a big, long touchdown run. Pad those stats, young fella.
And the extra point splits the uprights. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. It's always great to get points on a drive, but it would behoove them to try to get a touchdown this time around, Palmer.
They may have to get out of their comfort zone here too, David, a little bit, and just start being more aggressive and take some chances, but that's what's going to happen for them to win this game.
Yeah, when you're losing, obviously everything gets hyped. Everything becomes more critical. This drive is crucial because you've got to cut into this deficit and put some points on the board.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. They're working that left side. At the 40, there he goes. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. Got it in the middle. It's Restrepo. They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the first down.
For an offense, slant routes against man coverage are really a rhythm flow. You take your steps, you get the ball out. It's got to be in a good location. Quarterback and receiver on the same page there.
You run the slant route day one, and this is something that the quarterback and the wide receiver has done 100 million times out there on the field in the offseason. I see.
He makes a grab. Takes it to the house. Touchdown, Miami.
You know, sometimes as a play caller, you just don't have to overthink things. I've got a guy who's faster than your guys, and he's just going to run straight down the field. I'm going to throw it way down the field. He's going to make the catch, and we're going to score a touchdown, and that's pretty much what just happened there.
Now the two-point conversion attempt is coming. They're going to run it. He's not going to make it in, and the decision to go for 2 does not work out. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Fielded in the end zone. It's Henderson. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. Here comes that Alabama offense. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
The give to the tailback. Found some space and crosses the 10 out to the 11. It's a pickup of 6. Alabama pushing the tempo. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Holds and fires complete to the right. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. Let's see what they have in the bag on 3rd and short from their own 18. Back to throw, it's Milroe. Working the middle. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. The Crimson Tide comes to the line with the 1st and 10. The give from the gun. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. The offense in hurry-up mode. Quick completion to the right. Dragged down at the 43, but they've got it in enemy territory. They picked up 10 and give him a 1st down.
That's a real good-looking throw, and I know at Alabama recently they've had a lot of different quarterbacks, and they've also had a lot of different guys calling the plays. But one thing that's never seemed to waver is how explosive the offense has been, and the big reason is because of the efficient play they've had consistently year in, year out at the quarterback position.
And he's running in the open. Touchdown, Alabama! And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him. If you're able to move the ball in a drive like that, the most overrated stat in football would be field position.
Agreed, and I think confidence is big right now after that last drive. To be able to flip the field like that, not just do it, but go down and score a touchdown. Running and throwing, for this offense now moving forward in this game, that last drive is going to pay big dividends.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they closed the deal from 43 yards out with a touchdown pass. The kickoff team out there getting set. So much for the touchback. Here he comes. He stopped at the 23, a couple yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on it.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They clearly found that dude. They score here. We're in for a ball game.
Looking downfield, it's Ward. Time to take a shot. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
Great coverage, great break on the ball. Had a chance to really make a big play and maybe even take that thing back to the house. But you got to secure the catch. We like to hit people more than we like to catch balls.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Grabs it in the middle. Good tackle there to stop him short of the 1st down, and now they have to make a call. They're throwing for it on 4th down. Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down. And the Hurricanes want to crank the tempo. They'll try the run. And they make the tackle, but it'll be enough for a 1st down, and we'll see if they get another play off here in the 3rd. The Canes have this offense rolling. They'll throw it on 1st down. Trying to beat the D deep. And that pass is intercepted. Taking it the other way. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the 4th quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
The handoff, keep working on that clock. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. continues to run, and they'll be happy to wind it all the way down before they snap it. Steps away to find some room. He's got it down the right side. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
I don't know if they're trying to get this guy Heisman consideration, but the fact that they're still throwing the ball at this point of the game with the lead like they have is surprising, I gotta be honest.
Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football, so he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
They'll go to the ground. Plows ahead for a pickup of 1 to the 32. A 3rd down play coming from the 32 as they try to keep the drive going. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. He'll come through on 3rd down as he's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23. Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10.
Yeah, and they've had a day, and it's the complete and total offense. They got the ground going, and obviously this is why you see him. You're going to feature him because he can churn those legs, get those extra yards, but they've had balance throwing for touchdowns. Like, this offense has been very complete today, and that's why they're winning so big.
Oh, and they'll try to catch him with a pass.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7. Alabama quickly back to the line. A 1st down run in the red zone. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. We reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. On 2nd down, let's see if they go right back to the run and put this game on ice. Motion from the offense. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling. They've gotten pushed back, but it's still 3rd and goal. To the air, it's Milroe. They've got the screen set up. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
And I think if I'm a QB, I like the decision. I get it to my running back who's really good after the catch, who's really good with the ball in his hands, but the defense did the job. They got him on the ground. They gave up some yards, but they forced the 4th down.
4th and goal from the 2. Can they finish this drive? Wide receiver coming across in motion. Trying to surge it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. That score looks as if this one might have put it a little too far out of reach.
Yeah, this game's pretty much over. That was just the icing on the cake. But, you know, speaking of cake, I'm kind of hungry. Can we get out of here? Can we finish this game so I can get something to eat?
And no problem on the extra point as they push the lead to 19 here in the 4th. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Coming out with it, it's Johnson. He's brought down to the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. At this point, it really hasn't been your best day. Just try to find something to build on here at the end, David.
Yeah, just try to keep fighting. Show your kids you're going to keep fighting. Keep throwing the football. Try to get some points up. Palmer, points have been at a premium. They haven't scored very much, but keep fighting, man.
Yeah, and just, try to find things to build off of for next week as well, right? I mean, it's all about continuing to improve week in and week out. So whether that's identifying playmakers or just seeing what you can come up with here at the end of this game and not quit.
He's taking the shot. And that is interception number 3 on the day. And they'll close in on him after a good return.
I didn't put it in Miami. We're not playing in Miami. It's a neutral site. I didn't put it in Miami. What you mean? I mean, we're not. I usually don't put it in Miami. I usually put it in a neutral site so people don't say that we played in Miami.
Welcome everybody, and we are fired up
Yeah,
for
you know you like
another
to complain about
sensational college
the
football
home field
matchup.
advantage.
Nobody at home today who can stake their claim in this neutral site showdown. Today we have a top 25 matchup on hand with two of college football's premier teams preparing to slug it out. As we'll see, the number 15 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on the 5th-ranked team in the land, the Miami Hurricanes. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we're ready to tee it up.
Oh no, some random field. Nah, it's called college. Some college sponsored stadium, some shit. I think it's just some shit they put in.
Alabama about to kick off to get this game underway.
They couldn't.
He's going to bring it out from deep. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. The offense set for a first down play. They'll turn to Martinez. And he's almost to that first down marker. They're saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. Now on second down. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
They'll try to get the first through the air. It's complete to the right. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible. And sometimes it doesn't work in the running game. I can throw it to him. I can try to create some space out wide, dump him the football, let him make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out of it.
They're going to run it. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Back to pass, it's Ward. Gets it out quickly. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? Second down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
He'll come out throwing on first down. Still looking on the move. Trying to make magic on the scramble. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
Nice job by the defense. You got to dial into your keys. You got to make sure you're reading those guys up front. They did a good job. They saw it. They pulled the trigger. They knew the quarterback had it. They weren't fooled. Strung it out. Did a nice job of limiting the damage with that QB run. And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big game now, but down the road, third, fourth quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
Complete. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play.
Well, that play was designed for that down and distance, right? You saw how he barely got enough to pick up the first. Really nice job by the play caller there, understanding the situation of what play to dial up.
They'll run it from the gun. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up, you can get some movement at the point of attack, and find a little crease for your running back.
On second down, looking to throw. Quarterback floating away from pressure. A strike downfield. Run out of bounds just before he could get it into the end zone, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
I'm a big believer in taking shots early in the game and being aggressive and showing my team I got confidence in them. Let's go make plays. First drive, already taking shots down the field. Nice job, nice pitch, nice catch.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, and you see the sense of urgency now going up, right, David, on defense here, creating a negative play with their backs up against the wall.
Everybody's selling out to stop the run. Nice job being aggressive by this defense.
Touchdown, Canes! They grab the early lead.
And that is what a team of this caliber is expected to do, right? They've got the better number beside their name by all the metrics, by a talent standpoint, coaching standpoint. They're the superior team, and they just drove the ball in the first possession of the game, and they looked like scoring a touchdown and asserting their dominance.
Well, you could draw a line in the middle, and he would have hit that thing. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Henderson. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Offense in a bunch formation. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Alabama pushing the tempo. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. He's going to take off. At the 35, he's open. And the ball's on the ground. Oh, the offense averts absolute disaster by falling on that fumble. From the gun. Give on the inside. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. trying to get to it. Hit as he throws. He'll fire back across his body, and it's intercepted. Not a lot on the return, but they can live with that as they got it at the 49.
And you don't see this very often. The big defensive linemen, you see these guys rush the quarterback most of the time, but how confusing is it when it looks like they're rushing, they drop in coverage and make the big interception?
Well, I don't think that quarterback thought he could even make the play. How about the eye-hand coordination and his ability to snatch the football out of the air? I mean, that was crazy athleticism, well-deserved. That's going to make the highlight reel for sure.
Wonder if they'll throw it again after the incompletion. 2nd and 10 from the 49. Fires the pass, intercepted. Going the other way, and he's got room. He's at the 10. And with the interception, he'll take it all the way back. Touchdown time. This time, it's the defense finding ways to put points on the board.
There is nothing better than being a defender, seeing that ball in the end zone, your eyes get big as saucers, go jump on that puppy, secure it, get you a touchdown.
And the extra point is good. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive, throwing a pick-6, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. Well, I think this is really dependent, too, on the leaders in this huddle right now to step up and help this offense get back on pace here on this drive.
Yeah, and this defense is frothing at the mouth. They're excited. They're jacked up. They just made a big play. They got all the momentum, so they're ready to hunt.
Quarterback strolling away from heat. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
They'll try to run for it. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down.
Well, the linebacker showing you read and react. He knew exactly where that running play was going, and he beat the football to the line of scrimmage and forced the TFL.
A couple of yards short of the 1st down in your own territory, but they are going to go for it on 4th. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Makes the grab well past the sticks. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the 1st down.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
This time they'll go to the running game. Smashes through. The expressway is wide open. The 20. You want to talk about shifting the field in an instant. He's got it all the way down to the 10-yard line.
This guy strikes fears into the hearts of every defensive coordinator, David, with that speed. If you give this guy any open grass, man, he's gone.
It's just silly. Look at the angles, people trying to catch him, but he's got...
He makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Hurricane.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing it in because the coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game.
He'll bring it out. It's Henderson. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, and go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with the system.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Dropping back, it's Milroe. He'll try to do it himself. He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop him in the backfield, so a solid pickup there. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Alabama will get the first down. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. First down to start the drive after the break. Trying to surprise him with the pass. Getting some heat. And the defense gets to the quarterback. We'll see if they can get a little better protection after the sack. It's 2nd and 12. He's looking to throw. They're bringing heat. Trying to make magic with his feet. Nice job of avoiding the sack and picking up a few on the run. Alabama quickly back to the line. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Using the quick game. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll keep it on the ground. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Went to the running game on first down. Now here they come again. Wants to throw on 2nd down. Just a 1-yard gain leaves them with 3rd and 9. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. And the quarterback is snowed under. This could be a major...
Jalen Milroe is going to fucking die out there if you keep doing that shit. Jalen Milroe is going to fucking die out there.
On 4th down, going to the air. Dances away from the heat. He's going to fire to the left. And that ball is hauled in inside the 35. Alabama with a 1st and 10 here.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's 4th down. You're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. Looking to throw for it. Pocket starts to collapse. They bring him down, but not before he gets just enough to move the chains. Down to the 16-yard line. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it out of the shotgun. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. He's got it on the right. Down to the 3-yard line, and that's where they'll have it 1st and goal. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. With the run on 1st and goal. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Bama! There have been miniseries, novels, movies, long-form plays that have been over in shorter period of time than that drive. That was a marathon.
And that's just so frustrating when you're a defensive guy, time and time again, trying to get the stops, and they just keep making the plays, and they punch it in for a touchdown. Demoralizing.
And they did tack on the extra point. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
Wow, the Canes are known for big-time playmakers. Tough physical running is part of it too.
Yeah, you got to be able to have a team that not just is about sizzle, and we've seen so many Miami teams about sizzle, but some substance with some physicality in the run game.
And the Canes in the hurry up. Running back searching for a hole. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. Offense lining up quickly. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Grabbed in the middle, it's Williams. The clock has stopped, and we've reached the 2-minute warning before halftime. Offense gets set for second down. Looking for a man, it's Ward. Floats it out in space. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this third down play. Clock running. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Got his man quickly. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. The hurry up now, second down, clock ticking. He's looking to throw. Grabbed over the middle. It's Restrepo. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. A third down play coming from the 32 as they try to keep the drive going. Got the quick pass. Running toward the tape. And he'll take it all the way. They couldn't bring him down. Touchdown, Miami!
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Oh, he's going to take a chance. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Here comes that Alabama offense. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress in the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. They want to get this defense on its heels. Looking to throw, it's Milroe. Coming after it. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. It'll take some work to get to the sticks. It's 3rd and long from the 30. From the gun, wants to pass. Snagged in the middle, it's Bernard. Ball is loose. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
Man, that's a big mistake. And listen, I'm still going to force feed my playmakers. If I'm that quarterback, I'm that OC, I'm walking over to that guy and be like, listen, it's okay. It's a little bit of a mistake. We're still going to find way.
Going up top. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
And the offensive coordinator here is really trying to stay aggressive and take a shot. Obviously, the offense couldn't click on that one. But later in the game, if I'm this offense, I'm continuing to stay aggressive. Keep the foot down on the gas pedal.
Using his feet to buy time. Trying to escape and get it himself. The ball's free. Oh, it looks as if the defense got it. And the quarterback tried to make something out of it with his legs, but instead, he turns the football over.
And this is what you like about the quarterback. You don't want to handcuff him. You want to give him the freedom and the flexibility to get outside and create. That's where he's brilliant. That's really the added element he brings this offense. You do need to reel him in with respect to the fundamentals of taking care of the football. It just has to do better moving forward.
Snagged on the outside, it's Williams. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. Alabama pushing the tempo. These corners going to give them some space. To the air, it's Milroe. Makes his connection. Turns it on at midfield. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Trying to find his man on first down. Ball in the air, intercepted!
Most defenses are lucky if you have one good covering corner. Fewer are lucky if you have two. They've got three DBs, three corners that can play at the same time in their nickel package that they feel can go mano-a-mano with anyone in the country. And you saw it on that last play coming away with the pick.
Got a man, it's George. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
I love playing man-to-man defense, and I love getting up in your kitchen and jamming you at the line of scrimmage, but it's really hard when they start running these crossing routes and drags and ends because now I'm in chase mode, and the QB has a little bit of space a lot of times, and those fast guys can create some separation and get a first down like they did there.
Quarterback checking the play. On second down, wants to throw it. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. He's got it down the left. Touchdown, Cade. And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
And I love this offense, man. Staying aggressive. Just because you got the lead, you know you can score points in bunches. This offense keeps the foot on the accelerator, scores again on the final play. Now this offense has even more of a cushion going into halftime.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. So that's going to do it here in the first half. Stay tuned for the halftime break. Got things teed up and just about ready to go here in the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Henderson. Giving him his pads. Dismisses another dude. Got a little room. He's going to get loose. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Alabama!
You can't start the second half any better than that. You're trying to come out of the locker room. You're trying to create some momentum. Taking the first kick of the third quarter back for a touchdown, that is exactly what this head coach was looking for from his players.
He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. You get a return like that, and it can't just be the guy with the ball who's right. Everybody has to do a job, and they did that in brilliant fashion on that one. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well. Palmer, they executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
Got him downfield. Open runway ahead. He's at the 20. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30.
One of the first things I want to do when I come into a game is I'm going to go, where do I have the advantage? Where are my guys better than yours? And maybe they feel good about their matchup out wide. Some of those wide receivers making some of these big plays down the field. This is a good sign for this offense.
He just wisely got rid of that when the worst thing that can happen to you is to turn it over on first down in the red zone. Martinez on the carry. Breaks the tackle. They get him down, but not before he picks up 6 to the 7-yard line.
And as an offensive coordinator, you don't need the perfect play with this guy as your running back. He's going to make the play perfect for you because he makes everybody miss. Spin moves, hurdles, stiff arms, speed, whatever it takes to move the sticks and score a touchdown.
Catch in the middle. It's Horton. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to Pater. On fourth down, trying to find his man. And the incomplete pass turns the ball over on downs.
You know, offensively in that situation, fourth down, you're throwing for it. Everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
Wide out in motion. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Safe completion on the screen. He's loose at the 15. They make the stop, but not before the screen has hit him for a first down and much more. Really good execution by this offense. Fresh set of downs after the completion. Red pass, it's complete. Got room at the 35. Afterburner's coming. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. The big pickup on first down leaves him with 2nd and 1. Grabbed behind the line, it's Miller. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. The Tide with the 1st and 10. From the gun, running back gets to give. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Escapes trouble. Strong, firm tackle. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Looking downfield, it's Milroe. Going for 6. To the end zone, and it's picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Back-to-back possessions, 2 forced turnovers, 2 interceptions. Defenses are salivating. That gets you excited. I'm the next guy trying to make a big play. I'm bragging about it if I've already got one big. But if I'm the other guys, I'm like, wait a minute. I got to get me one, too.
Wants to throw on first down. Quickly complete. And he broke 1 tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game. But when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
This is the type of play that can give the offense momentum. 3rd and short from inside the 20. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Crosses the 30, he's got to lay it. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped.
I love this running back and the job he does once he has the ball in his hands on this screen pass. He was real patient. You got to allow these 300-pound offensive linemen to sort of collect themselves and stammer down the field and try to block some of these linebackers and DBs. And that's exactly what the running back did. Great job with patience.
And you hear about run blitzes. This is exactly what a run blitz is. When you know the ball's coming up the middle, you want to bring those linebackers, get them closer to the line of scrimmage.
And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback. And as I saw that screen start to develop, I thought, big play coming. I just didn't realize it would be for the defense.
Yeah, they got in there quick, and the quarterback's supposed to see that, right? He's supposed to let him come upfield, buy a little bit of time, but then he's got to get rid of it, get it to his playmaker. The offense did not do their end of the bargain. Quarterback got sacked.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. He's got it. They'll mark him down right there, but it is a big play, and they'll move the chains. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on 3rd down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
He's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not quick underneath, find him, he'll make those contested catches.
And you just got to get this guy going in the offense. You got to hand it off to him. You got to throw it to him, too, on all different types of downs. I love it on 1st down here. Just getting him the ball in the passing game, let him make something happen and set up 2nd and short.
Moves away as he feels pressure. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. Trying to take it back. He's at the 30. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
Man, what a play. Now you're setting your offense up for great position, but you want to make big plays as a defense. Not only make big plays, return it a long way down the field. You wanted a touchdown, obviously, but you set your offense up in great scoring position.
With jet sweep pass. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver, the different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
Caught near the sideline, it's Williams. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. DB's right up on the receivers. Back to throw, it's Milroe. Makes the grab. He gets it in. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, it puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
And the extra point was good. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. The offense lining up for a 1st down play. Here's the handoff. Shakes off the defender. Got to be smart, patient, great vision. Uses all of that to get to the 29. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Give to the running back. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs.
Well, they needed 2 yards for that first down. The running back doing just enough to make sure he keeps this drive alive.
Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. The Hurricanes getting set on 1st and 10. Power football with the run.
I know the passing game sells, the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll leave it with him. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. Just this side of midfield, the defense trying to rise up on 3rd and short from the 49. Scanning the field, it's Ward. He's got his man. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a 1st down. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. He'll take a shot. Oh, and it's picked off. This could be huge in a tie game. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
Big-time players make big-time plays in big-time games. It's the 4th quarter. It's a tie ball game. You need a stop. What an unbelievable job. Forcing the interception, creating an offensive opportunity for the offense to go out and win this ball game.
Looking to move it through the air. Trying to burn this defensive back. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
And good job by the defense. The defense clearly knew where they were going with the football. Double coverage out wide, making sure they don't give up a touchdown to that guy. Nice job by the defense.
On 2nd down, he'll fire. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
All right, this quarterback is going to have to start playing with a clock going off in his head. He knows he cannot hold on to the football too long with players like that getting after him.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Caught on the outside, it's Williams. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going to go for it on 4th down. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. A tie game here late, and they do not want to give up this football. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
And listen, obviously, at this area of the field, it's a question, it's a debate whether or not you go for that on 4th down. At the end of the day, though, I think this coach believes in his own playmakers, and he's got guys on offense that he feels can make a play in that type of situation, and he's got confidence in him. That time they weren't able to come up with it. Curious to see what this guy does if they're in a similar situation as this game moves on.
8-yard pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. Caught in the backfield, it's Arroyo. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. Let's see what they've dialed up on 3rd and long from the 22. From the gun, wants to pass. Gets it out fast. Good tackle there to stop him short of the 1st down. It'll bring up a big decision. Tie game here late in the 4th. They want to control the ball, and they're not going to punt it away. They'll go for it on 4th down. Finds his man enough for the 1st. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up. And And now this offense on 1st and goal has a chance to break the tie late. Touch pass on the run. Touchdown, Hurricane! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th. If this dude were a kitchen knife, he would be slicing tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house. It's a fake, and the holder showing off that arm. He makes the grab in the end zone. They must have seen something on film as they turn the fake into the 2-point conversion. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Oh, he's going to take a chance and bring it out. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
And you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that 1st down. You could see it on the sideline.
He's got it down the left side. Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. And the defense couldn't corral him, and he took it all the way. Touchdown Tide.
Yeah, I tell you what, great job. Great execution. You drive down the field, you get the score. Now what's your 2-point play? You practiced it all week. What's your go-to in this moment late in the 4th quarter when you need the 2-point conversion?
They got the touchdown, but still a 2-point conversion short of tying it up late. Fast motion from the offense. Back to pass, it's Milroe. Get it out on the screen. He's not going to make it in as this defense comes up with the stop on the 2-point conversion to hold on to their lead.
36, Alabama, 34.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Comes that Miami offense back onto the field. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want it. This defense doesn't know how to react to getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So on this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action, it sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
We've reached a 2-minute warning in this offense, trying to milk this clock and keep time on their side. I'd expect we're going to get another dose of the running game at this point, even though it's 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
Yeah, and I'm not surprised. I mean, you put the ball in your best player's hands. Like, late in the game, you've got to trust your guy. I'm interested to see what they do here on 3rd down coming up. Let's call it 3rd and interesting, right? Top clock ticking down. Do I trust my QB to throw the football? I got the lead. I want that clock to continue to roll.
Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. Wants to throw. It's Ward. Fires to the tight end. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down.
It's a really nice job in coverage defensively there because that tight end, he wasn't really even open. Quarterback just still tried to put it on him and give him an opportunity, but great tackle, short of the stick, setting up fourth down.
Slips through the line. There he goes. Open it up. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. The whole thought process is just getting the ball back and what will we do on offense? And the special teams takes care of that.
What a great job by the special teams unit, making a big-time play. Listen, the offense was going to get the ball reached. Yeah, I get you, but they got this taken care of. Take the punt return, make a few guys miss, take it all the way to the house. Really good execution by the punt return.
And the extra point is good, and the lead is 5 here in the fourth. They'll need to be very sound here, limit this return, and put this game in the hands of their defense to salt it away. Fielded in the end zone, it's Johnson. Just never had a chance to shake. Brought down at the 24. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. Dropping back, it's Ward. He's going up top here late in the game. Grabs it at the 25 in stride. Touchdown, Miami! And in the final moments, they've taken the lead.
Man, what a great job by this offense executing down the field, using all of the clock, being smart, getting the big score late, and I think that one should do it.
They're going to go for 2 here and try to extend that lead to a field goal. Here's the snap, looking to throw. It's caught. The 2-point try is good, and now it's a 3-point game. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Looking to go up top on first down. Quick completion on the out route. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play. Remember, all they have to do is get it close enough for a field goal here. Looking to throw on second down. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. Touchdown, Canes! A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, and he didn't. the pick six.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back, brother.
Welcome to Tuscaloosa, Alabama, where titles are won, legends are made, and fields are named after them. Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium, home of the Alabama Crimson Tide. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see the number 5 team in the country, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on the 15th ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Alabama about to kick off to get things started. Fielded in the end zone. It's Johnson. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. You think the fans are ready for this one? The booth's shaking underneath us, guys. Out of the gun. The running back has it. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
That is how you form tackle. Put your head on him, bring your feet, get him to the ground. That's how you create those little birdies that fly over people's heads when they're running with the football, and you can see him getting woozy. What a great stick by the linebacker.
Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass, as it just never developed.
There's a lot of different ways this offense can attack you throwing the ball. One of them is getting the running back going, and the screen is a great way to get him lathered up and get the defense starting to think about him a little bit more now.
They're trying to get to it. And he just throws it away on third down. I don't think you can give up on a play like that.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
He unleashed a bullet on that pass and converted the fourth down.
Gotta love it. Some people get conservative. Some people don't want to mess up. Fourth down, you could tell. He wanted that window, and he threw it as hard as he could. Throws a strike to the wide receiver. Gets the big fourth down conversion.
Brought down at the 45 after a 15-yard pickup. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. They're going to ride this running back. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting them drive off the ball on first down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
Leaves it with the back. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down. Just moving those chains the way Frank Gore did back in the day.
Frank Gore, Willis McGahee, Edgerrin James, so many elite backs in Miami history. Finding that guy that you can give the ball to that's reliable, important part of the Canes tradition.
Nice run there on first down. You know this is a running back that gets better as the game goes on. So they're going to want to make sure they keep feeding him the football, let him get lathered up.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. To throw, it's Ward. Moves around to clear up the vision. He'll let one go down the right side. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Hurricanes.
I think a lot of people probably expected to see that, right? They're playing on the road, and you know this is going to be a hostile environment, but they've got the better players, and we've seen that before. There was no hesitation. Opening drive, they go right down the field, they score a touchdown, and they made a statement.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. They go 83 yards on the drive, and they get it into the end zone on a 36-yard touchdown pass. The kickoff team on the field as they'll send this one away. Oh, he's going to go for the return. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Bunch formation trying to confuse the secondary. He wants to throw. Pressure coming. And the Heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line. Alabama quickly back to the line.
And you could tell this offense wanted to create a little bit of space being backed up, but how about the D? Coming out firing on all cylinders.
And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. Looking for more room. And it's going to be a pick six. Touchdown, Miami.
Number 0 scores points for the defense.
Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick six. And he's going to run it back. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Here comes that Alabama offense. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six. And
all kinds of running room. The 40, past the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown! When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short, and he did the rest of the work.
Lining up to add another. And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinator. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. He's not going to make it to the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 17. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, David. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
Throws to the wideout. It's caught. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. You get a guy who can do that on the outside, and it's sort of in the DNA of Miami's program.
Yeah, just speed. Those are guys that put fear in you. Those are the track stars that the Sunshine State produces so many of them. Those guys can absolutely fly.
Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. You saw it right there on that.
Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Back to throw, it's Ward. Got his man on the outside. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down.
Well, this defense now is just getting gashed. And if you're the defensive coordinator, you might now want to think about being aggressive, changing up your play calls, and maybe breaking your own tendencies because you have got to stop this offense just marching down the field.
And a great job by the linebacker. You can tell starting to crowd the line of scrimmage, get up there in the line of scrimmage, see it, diagnose it, get in the backfield, get the running back on the ground for the tackle for the loss.
Catch in the middle, it's Arroyo. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on third. Snags it! They will score! Touchdown, Canes!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And they tacked on the extra point. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. From back of the end zone, he'll bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled and you realize what's going on, now I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on this last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Solid gain to get him out close to the 20. Pick up a 5 to the 19. Alabama pushing the tempo. The corners are walked up tight. Defense not showing press coverage. To the air, it's Milroe. Feeling some heat. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. Well, this head coach is clearly sending a message, going for it this close to his own end zone. On fourth down, looking to pass. He's going to run it. On the move in the 30. They make the stop, and that's how the first quarter will end.
That's the end of the first quarter, which is score Miami 21, Alabama 7.
They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Wide receiver shows motion. To the air on first down. They're setting up the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short game there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Low man wins, and he just smashed him. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains. This Alabama offense is clicking. They're set up with another first down. They'll give it to the back. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
Man, that D-tackle is a freak athlete. Did you see him come out of his stance and beat the offensive lineman, getting to the running back? Cat-like quickness.
On second down, wants to throw. Got it in the middle, it's Henderson. And the catch was one thing, and the run even better. A big pickup on that one. The Crimson Tide comes to the line with the first and 10. The transition of Alabama quarterbacks over the years has been fascinating, from the dreaded game manager label to playmaker.
To playmaker, to spread it out, to Heisman winner. I mean, that's how much this offense has changed and evolved, and they're going to be aggressive, and they're going to score points in this new age era.
With the catch, it's Miller. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Man, a great job by the QB, finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
A run up the middle is stuck for no gain. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. Quick strike complete. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. The Tide trying to pay off this red zone trip. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. Holds and fires complete to the right. Touchdown, Alabama! Hauled it in and just kept right on running to the hallelujah land. I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play calling by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up with a touchdown.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. You want to talk about answering each other's score. That's what we have going on right now, Jesse.
Yeah, and this offense...
He's loose. Just plowing down the field. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. They've dialed up the perfect call. Splendid execution. Now they've got it. Threatening 1st and 10 from the 27. Trying to get to it. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. After the misfire, now on 2nd down. Looking for a man. It's Ward. Starting to feel a little pressure. He fires it out to the right. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Hurricane.
And when you have so many playmakers on offense like they do, they can score quickly. You just saw it right there.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they cap things off with a scoring toss from 27 yards out. Coming out with it, it's Henderson. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Here comes that Alabama offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely.
Alabama quickly back to the line. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. They've already converted a 4th down in this game. They'll try to make it 2 for 2. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Complete downfield. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense.
That is a huge play early in this game. We came into this thing wondering just how aggressive this offense wanted to be, and there you go. 1st half, 4th and long. We're not bringing the punter out on the field. We've got a guy that we think can read the defense and deliver a strike. We've got playmakers stretching the field vertically. They show you how dangerous they can be on that last 4th down there.
You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. They've got it at the 41, 3rd and short, trying to keep the chains moving. Caught near the sticks, it's Henderson. And oh, he was off to the races after the catch, and they finally drag him down. Alabama rolling quickly downfield, set up with another 1st down. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Looking to throw, it's Milroe. Setting up the screen. Crosses the 30, he's got away. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. What a grab and go for the score.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
And the extra point cuts the lead to 7, 28-21. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he's coming out of the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. This has been a track meet running up and down the field so far, Jesse.
It's amazing for this offense, right? Score a touchdown, go try to get a rest on the sideline. It feels like you blink and you're right back on the field having to go score another one, David. It just feels like it's going to be that kind of game.
So which defense can kind of change your identity a little bit, get more aggressive? You're giving up yards and touchdowns anyways. Who can get aggressive and maybe create a turnover?
Quarterback wants to throw on second down. Got his man downfield.
And what a massive play for the offense. Not only getting the football across the 50, but they've now put themselves in position to steal a few more points here before the half.
He's looking to throw it. Forced out of the pocket. Going to try to get it himself. He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy. Because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
Well, this offense told us coming in they were going to challenge this secondary early and often. They were going to use their speed to their advantage and take advantage of this quarterback's touch and arm talent. And already in the second quarter, they've got over 200 yards thrown.
Finds his man. It's Martinez. Touchdown, Miami! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Now that's the way to bail out the rest of the team. Start with bad field position, put together a drive anyway.
And very confident. You could see the quarterback just had a bit of a swagger, Reese. He was like, look, all right, we're starting deep in our own end. Special teams didn't help us out, but we can fix that right now, fellas. And they went out and looked so good on that last drive.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14.
Miami 35, Alabama 21.
So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. He'll bring it out. It's Henderson. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game.
Nothing but green ahead. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. Alabama pushing the tempo. Quick completion to the right. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. Quick tempo here from the offense. They'll throw it on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Henderson. And how about that catch and run? So dangerous, this guy. Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Gets it out quickly. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Looking to throw. It's Milroe. And it's picked off at the goal line. That's one way to make a stop. And he's dragged down after the interception, and that's how we'll close out the first half.
That's the end of the first half. With the score, Miami 35, Alabama 21.
And the Canes will kick it away to crank up the second half. Going for the return. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Here comes that Alabama offense. They ought to have some confidence based on that first half performance, but they certainly can't let up in a game like this.
And I think this possession is really, really important. And I say that because they had a lot of success, but they're still losing because the defense can't stop anyone. They need to set the tone here in the second half.
And it's exactly that, Dave. You got to create momentum here early in the second half. You only do that by going out, marching the ball down the field, and scoring right away, trying to put pressure on the opposing offense.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Fires to the wideout. And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. Touchdown, Canes! The defense puts 6 on the board with a big-time interception return. What a play by this defense with the pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, return to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
And he puts through the extra point. They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick 6. He's going to try his luck from the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
Makes the grab. It's Williams. At midfield, he's got room. And he's brought down after a huge completion. Alabama quickly back to the line. It's probably pretty comforting for this offensive coordinator to know as soon as the game's kicked off, I can pretty much pencil in a 100-yard receiving day for this dude.
And I want to be the quarterback. I mean, that guy, it's always open.
Touchdown time! That is the ultimate grab and go for the score. He has been surgical. Precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for it. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
And he tags on the extra point. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. He's going for it all. And the DB right with him to knock it away.
Really nice play by the defender, being in a good position for that deep ball down the field, not letting the receiver put his big body on him, go up over top. The only thing that could have been better is that thing tipped to another defender, and it was an interception, but great coverage by the defender.
And they pick up just one. It'll be 3rd and 9.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you can tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. The critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You've got to be able to make that play.
This offense has already converted once on 4th down. Can they do it again? And it's swatted away. It's a turnover on downs.
Man, that is just a great job on defense there on 4th down, making a play on the ball in the air. Everybody had their eyes on the quarterback, having great timing, swatting the ball away and doing it cleanly. No PI. And as a result, that defense has earned a rest. They're coming off the field.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on. And I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
They'll run it from the gun. Just a 1-yard gain leaves them with 3rd and 9. Alabama pushing the tempo. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. What a job to lay out and make the catch. Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. It is plays like that that'll let you pile up some serious passing yards.
Man, what an effort. I mean, the layout to be able to catch the football, keep it off the ground. Nice job by this receiver, and that's why this quarterback's had a day. Guys making plays all over the field.
To the air, it's Milroe using the quick game. And he'll pick up the 1st down, but he got drilled on that tackle. This Alabama offense is clicking. They're set up with another 1st down. Trying to cap this drive with a pass. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's 2nd down. On 2nd down, they'll take to the air. Bought a little time, lets it go. He's got him this time. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. They keep attacking through the air. Got his man quickly. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal. This offensive scoring position with a fresh set of downs. DBs locked up tight on the receivers. Touchdown, Bama! A Lazarus-like comeback is underway. Great example of how a 2nd half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt. 1st half looked bad. It looked like it was bleak. It looked like it was ugly. But now you're starting to get it turned around. More drives like this is what's needed.